Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. We're going to get started here in just a second. This isn't the TPL overlay. Want to make sure I clarify that. I underestimated how long it would take to set up, and I panicked and just went back to my old overlay before the game started. So that's my bad. Apologies in advance to Orga if you're listening and watching. Let me just get the Twitch link set up too. Okay, and we're off to the races. We have RVNT versus Legion here on Kharkov with St. Mary's as the middle point. We have the opening here. Plenty of trucks coming on in. Trucks. Puma, Garrison over there to the far west. We got another supply truck going out of bounds, trying to sneak on over there. Everything's coming in. One explosion lands. It's the SPA, I'm guessing, trying to knock him out. Let me just check my video. Yeah, it's okay. All right. Raspberries pouring on in. Got a little bit of cap pressure there from Legion. Map edge to map edge coverage, no doubt. St. Mary's is, just some really good fight. And the Russians do have the advantage of having all the extra buildings over on their side. They have a little bit more depth. But over here from the Axis, we like to see sometimes two Luxes down here, one facing the right and the other one facing the left on the opposite sides of the church. But in this case, RVNT deciding not to go with that. Just offers them a little bit of extra. It would offer them a lot of cap weight, but it looks like they're going to be losing the hard cap pretty quickly here. RVNT is almost pushed out. Still coverage though, so no problem post cap. We do have a transport truck that snuck by though. Oh, but it's just an AT player. Oh, JPL. Okay, just an AT, no SL. I was thinking, oh my gosh, JPL, go for a little bit of a joyride. Immediately sprinting over here to the back line, going for the SPA. Does he have the satchel or the bazooka loadout? JPL striking big. Going right for Noah. Does he have the... Oh, no satchel. Oh, how disappointing. Damn, made it all that away. Okay, so the SPA will be just fine. JPL is going to continue on his way. First cap does come in for LGN, going up 3-2 here. Damn, JPL making it all the way down to the bottom. All right, post-cap situation. RVNT does a good job of getting all their OPs reset. Now, this is over here is all open field, everybody, so I don't expect either side to commit too much. Although the Soviets do, each side does have the opportunity to maybe dedicate a light tank over there and run across the open. The opening P4 was actually already destroyed. A little bit surprised by that, but RVNT or Legion tanks getting an angle on it and took it out. For those of you just joining me, I'm your host today, Smithers, for this Division 1 Division 1 matchup here, a part of TPL between Legion and Revenant on Kharkov with St. Mary's as the middle point. We just saw our first capture going to Legion, up 3-2 now. Commander Red down there to the south, going to the southwest of Lumberyard. Garrison network looks fine. OPs once again all set up, ready to go. And we begin the grind of St. Mary's. The Legion does have a decent... starting to spread outward a little bit. They're going to take out this Luke's, which will enable them to push forward to this next building. Possibly wipe that Luke's as well. They could really gain some ground front door. And this is what I was saying over here on the left side. It's, I mean, so much open ground. You're just going to have these skirmishes over and over again. You don't want to underestimate it, though. You don't want to take these people away from what they need to do over here. Because somebody's got to cover it. And it's just going to be a matter of min-maxing, or just keeping a minimum amount of bodies, maximizing the KD ratio. Nobody over here is expecting to gain any ground, so it's just seen as sort of a bonus, if anything. Toby Jones going over there to the left side through the woods. Oh, sees him, sees him! And remember, the text will be a little bit difficult to see on this map. It'll blend more in with the snow. It can be challenging at times. Revenant keeping a few bodies here. Able to just hold on. They're going to do whatever they can to keep these OPs in the complex. And Legion shoving forward the light tanks. Splashing around. This is what you need to do, man. That's, I mean, this is the meta. With tanks becoming so cheap. Oh, I'm sorry. The cooldowns being lower. Half-tracks being cheaper. You have more fuel to spread to different areas. And then, obviously, running forward with these light tanks to burn outposts and create space for your infantry. It's a very, very good play. Because it barely costs anything, and you could use those free tanks. You want to make sure you use those free tanks as much as possible. 10 with a rocket ricochets off the top. T-70's coming toward them. Ooh, 10! It's another side shot in. T-70. Oh, 10's out of rockets. No more rockets. Ah. Yeah, Midwest Gunman, Maryland may actually try to repair real quick. Because you don't really have many other options. Why not just try to get out, do some quick taps, maybe a quick double repair? If you die, you die. You can go into and get another tank. GPL did eventually die in the back line, by the way. Line looks pretty stable. No crazy shifts just yet. There's another T-70. LGN. Trying to see if they can catch the Axis lacking for level 1, or the AT loadout with the Kar 98 and Panzerschreck. Now with the upcoming changes to the American level 1 AT loadout being switching to the bolt action, kind of curious if the Allies will begin to suffer the same thing. T-70 still splashing. Maximus Decimus, nothing much he could do. Animiscus comes in with the Panzerschreck. Panzer IV misses around. T-70's going to keep pushing forward. See if they can get out of this. Panzer IV, nah, gets it right in the back. Okay. I don't know how many OPs have burned. The line still looks okay. Front door, of course, is a lumberyard. Over here to the east side. We got plenty of garrisons and everything. Kind of curious when the first airheads will come out. Legion, of course, with Commander Who Farted, famous for the half-track plays. Been a while since I've actually casted a game on console. I've commanded a lot recently. Haven't really casted too much. Of course, I had the Vietnam and stuff, so that's all there. Yep, see? Just trying to, once again, hold this open ground. There's a couple bodies. Want to maximize that KD, like I mentioned. Airhead is off cooldown. We do have Love Squad, that Griazani. We saw Griazani strike in the summit finale. Staying in the back line, putting down his OP, providing the intel. Griazani. Can he do the same thing again today and be an absolute menace to Revenant like he was in North Africa? Will he be the MVP? Pound car continues moving. Griazani's going to move into position, most likely get a deep red zone garrison somewhere here. Shocked that the Puma was able to come by. Nobody looks to be hunting it. Griazani. I'm going to memorize that name, man. Make it a little plaque. SmithersCast Wall of Fame. Sabbath. From SAP, joining up in the Revenant ranks, trying to make his presence known over here in Division 1. And that's what you see usually in these kind of teams. Division 1 obviously going to have the most money, and they will send out their scouts to South America and look for teams like Brazil, go to their games, sit in the stands, watch how certain players perform. In that case, they saw Sabbath and said, hey, let's offer this guy a contract, an entry-level contract, see how he fares up in Division 1. They give him various bonus criteria. Says, hey, if you meet this target, that target, you'll earn 20,000, 50,000, 100,000, whatever it may be. Every team has their own little pay structure. Anyways, but yeah, that's what you'll see in these Division 1 teams, man. They'll send recruiters all around the world. First class, business class, of course. They want to make sure that they get the best talent out there. If I remember correctly, Sabbath actually spends weeks at a time living in the Amazon rainforest. And I think the Revenant recruiter had to live out there with him for a couple weeks to learn about him, how he lives, and only then would Sabbath accept the offer. Hey, team's willing to go to great lengths. Kavartzi comes up here. Sabbath, over here to the right. Gets Renegade in the building. And support backing up. Map situation looks okay. Remember, Griazani still has this backline OP. I'm looking to see where he's going to put up the garrison. Mahojo comes in with support. Mike's going to pop it right over there. Big guns down one with the STG. Revolve made his way to the top of the church. One raspberry begins to push up. Oh, gun down ahead of the outposts. Did it get wiped? Oh, the airhead is right there. Okay. Revenant dedicating an airhead right behind the building. Legion seems to be all over. They've got a bombing run coming in from the west side. Rocket. One dying rocket from, I think it was bed. Hands of 4 backs up. Got an airhead from Legion falling down to the far southeast. See if they can catch Revenant lacking. Riazani went up on the road. One SPA was already knocked out. Not too sure if that was from the Puma we saw before, but we do have an AT gun placed all the way in the corner. Looking for those marks. See if they can knock out these Revenant tanks from... Oh my god, such a confusing situation. If these Revenant tankers start getting... Oh, there we go. One round comes in. P4's back here. Gets wiped. Probably has no idea from where. Now, can the AT gun knock out the Panther? Oh my gosh, that would be huge. Do they have... If they had the line of sight on the P4, they're going to have the LOS on the Panther. Don't doubt it. Let's see if we see some shots come in. Panther's looking around, wondering if they could see a tank. Explosion happens over here to the right. That's that T-70. Do they have Mahojo, JPL? Panther's backing up. AT guns hitting that other P4, maybe a little bit confused with the marks. Okay, yeah, it looks like they don't have a beat on it. Okay, we do have another T-70 though coming to the left side. The airhead did get found. That's all taken care of. Now we just have Griazzani going over, slowly creeping over to the back. Griazzani's a master of backline intelligence. No doubt has already spotted the garrisons. Panther's going to be distracted from the T-70. T-strike will be ready in about 11 seconds, everybody. Fight for the church continues. No crazy gains just yet. Panther knocked out. Now, it looks like that was from the AT gun. That's what my assumption is. Revenant armor getting wiped in the rears. We have a light tank coming over here to the left. Grizzler. Looks like they may have located it. Go take a look. Luke's cruising up down below. Will they try to turn the AT gun? No, I don't think so. I don't think they know. Here comes the Luke's. Oh, I misses. He's not going to jump off? Oh, okay, yeah, because he has the wrench loadout. He doesn't have the rocket. Okay, that's why. Satchel coming around. Jumps on. No, no jumping. Jet me out, Grizzly. Ah, he's not going to be able to. The Luke's takes out the Satchelier. The OP is still alive, though, so they can put that up again. JPL gets wiped. Okay. Luke's does a little spin of celebration. However, Revenant has to be wondering, does the threat still exist? somewhere to the rears. Griazani has snuck all the way over to the east side. And suddenly, just like that, Revenant is deciding to push more forces away from the defense and the defensive everywhere around the sectors to watch, and they're committing to the hard cap. They're saying, screw it. We're not going to worry about full map control. We're going to put the resources near St. Mary's and see if we can come out ahead. Now, this is a big gamble, of course. We all know this. Sacrificing map control for a potential midpoint capture. Will it work out? Revenant has a strong presence around here. Legion's line is still holding pretty well, though. We got a half track over here to the east side. Griazani resets the outpost over here to the rears. We do have a Raspberry chasing the heavy. Let's go take a look. We have 2 Raspberries on the tanks. Mahojo going up by the SBA. JPL by the Tiger. Revenant's armor won't be able to feel comfortable. Back here, down she goes. Oh, and the Revenant loses the heavy. Griazani does it again. He's a wizard. He's a wizard in the back line. Mahojo most likely has satchel the SPA as well. Back it up. Noah, back it up. Look at. Satchel's placed right on the top. He's going to try. Gets gunned down. Oh. And Revenant. Oh. The one slip through, man. Down she goes. The Brumbar, the Tiger. Revenant losing the armor thrust. The power. Griazani. And now he's going to go for the half track, I believe. Going to release his hounds on the half track. The half track is down here to the bottom. He's locking it right now. Damn, man. I mean, I played a comp game at Hurricane Forest, and we were trying to manage that all game last night. Luckily, they didn't get us. We were able to, defense is able to shut the backline shenanigans down with the satchels, and a P4 goes down. So in the past 3 minutes, everybody, Revenant loses a Tiger, a Panzer IV, a Brumbar. We saw that Panther get wiped maybe 6 minutes before that. Legion looking good. However, remember everybody, it's still very early. We have an hour and 4 minutes left to go. If you're gonna lose your tanks, if you're gonna get your armor wiped from the field, it's better to get it done early so you can learn how to adapt to what the enemy team is doing than it to happen later in the game. So now we have to see how Revenant changes their metal box strategy. Oh my gosh, though, Legion. No doubt sending some shivers into the back of Revenant's spine. With a OP by Griazani. Oh my gosh. That, I mean, yeah, brutal. All right, Luke's parked itself behind the building. Resource situation right now for Revenant. We're sitting at 330 fuel, 638 manpower, and 530 munitions. East side, pretty much all clear. Revenant feeling really good. They've pushed their OPs all the way up. So they have a really good map position. However, Legion still has a very good hold on St. Mary's. And once again, the Axis losing all their armor support, except for the Luke's down below. But they'll be hurting. They'll be hurting. Then we have to think about, will Legion be able to exploit this advantage that they find themselves in? Or will Revenant simply just have to build back up and they'll be okay? Baked. Over here to the back, it's his satchel on a T-34. It's going to get... Oh, no. Tunny. Oh, right. Okay, so Revenant gets their own satchels. T-34 about to get... Go Baba Badooey. Anti-tank Frank trying to defuse. Jumps back in, says screw it. I'm going to try to drive off here. Down she goes. Alrighty. We have ourselves a good back and forth. So I wouldn't say that the armor, it more so slowed down Revenant than it did benefit Legion from a whole bunch. Because as you can see here, they're still pushing into St. Mary. So that would, I mean, you prevented the Axis from shoving that Tiger into the circle. The IS-1s obviously don't have to worry about something like that right now either. Cap progress comes in for the Axis. Looking really good from a map control standpoint, though. Progress still on its way. Now, is Revenant going to be able to commit these tanks into the circle? The Lukes is still sticking back here. I'm surprised that Grizzly and Jimiel aren't pushing directly up yet. Just to add a little bit of sector cap weight. It's still coming in. Looking really good. Peace Strike coming over here to the back from the Soviets. Half-Trek on the way over here to the left side. Soviet Peace Strike is on its way. Half-Track looking good. Parked behind there. Maho Joe over there to the left side. Legion brings back a bunch of bodies to the circle. Here we go. Revenant dialing it in. Can they get everybody to commit? The Luke's pushes up. Yes. Nice job, Luke's crew. Getting up to the circle. Adding that extra cap weight. And it looks like... Oh! They got it. They got it already. Revenant goes up 3-2 with an hour left to go. Second cap of the game. Alrighty. We have broken the Division 1 capture 3-2 potential. Now, how is Legion going to adapt? We have one tank over here to the left side. Griazani's OP, obviously, no more bueno. Going to have to shift up and find a new spot. Map situation looks okay, though. Legion has a half-track up there to the north. Revenant has cleared the back line. They could just shift forward. They're actually... I mean, not too far away from Bitter Spring, but once again, there's a lot of open ground over here on the left side, so don't expect too much. Don't follow Peter. I'm just making a quick run around the church. I don't know if I've ever seen that. I don't think I've ever seen a player make one solid loop around a strong point like that without like pushing forward or going until he dies. But Legion committing a T-34 over here to the back. Oh, gets smoked from the back. And this is what I'm talking about. You get down early from losing your tanks and stuff, but then you just calm down. Keep spawning your armor. It's still early, like I said. And just brush it off. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't let it ruin the rest of your match. And trust me, I mean, when 22nd was facing Rage for the championship game, or the Valley Championship in Summit, the first Churchill I pre-spawned, Rage had a recon tank back there and took it out right away. And I mean, I was like, oh my god. Well, at least we got it out of the way early. Legion piling on the pressure here. We have some movement into the back line, but not too much. Just one blueberry over there to the top left. RVNT has the one garrison over there to the far left. They got a bunch of OPs that they could stack blueberries in the hard cap temporarily if they need to. Axis bombing run coming in, most likely to this side. Yeah, okay. Did it get the garrison? No, it did not. It did not. Garrison's still alive. Oh, it's an Axis bombing run. Duh. Oh, it's not, obviously not going to get the garrison. But goes through the back and takes out some Legion members, but they still have a very good force here. Very quiet over here to the east side. Just a few blueberries and raspberries duking it out, but Legion's looking much better over mid-camp. Minor skirmishes. All the forces are dedicated towards the middle. Every extra body pulled towards the hard camp. Let's go get a POV of Omen. Maybe not. And Legion. Let's see. Look at the flip. There we go. Now look at that OP placement, man. That's what you want to see from a game, like a high-level game like this. The point was capped. We saw all those OPs get placed. Oh my gosh. That's beautiful. I mean, that was textbook right there. That's what you call discipline from your squad leads. And most likely Commander Red or somebody in the command chat made the call out to say, hey, make sure you get your OPs up. Make sure you stick by your OPs. Get ready for the reset. And they did. We're going to lose them. If we lose the point, we'll lose the point. Let's just make sure we don't lose our map control. Commander down here over here to the bottom, just making sure the garrison network is all good. Obviously worried about any legions that players have snuck through, but everything looks okay. Tanks are duking it out. SPA for the Soviets. We got Bucks inside this one. I know. Making sure everything is clear over here. No backline penetration now. Of course, Legion has the opportunity for a quick airhead strike to the back. I don't know the resource situation, but... See, I open up the Twitch chat and I get people spamming. Oh my gosh, dude. YouTube, I really don't have a problem with spam chats, but Twitch just seems like you get more prone to these bots coming in. And it's just like, oh my gosh. I'll just ban them. Okay. Matthew down here. Matthew, a Division 1 PC comp player, known to be a very based individual. Coming over here, gets shot. Trying to prove his worth in the console realm. Showing everybody that he's pretty good. Okay, we got a Stuka strike coming over here to the back left of the church. Most likely going to try to line it up on this IS-1. Dane. Scoop up. Scoop up. Anything? Where is it? Did it already land? Oh, I think it already landed. Okay. Just do good. Oh no, it landed maybe on this guy? This T-70 maybe? A few tanks behind the buildings can be confusing at times as to which one is which. I thought we were waiting for it to land, but no dice. LGN has this IS-1 over here to the right side. Then we have the IS-1 over there to the left behind the building. Very good matchup so far, everybody. If you're just joining me, I'm your host today, Smithers, for this TPL Division 1 matchup between Revenant and Legion. So far, we have seen 3 captures over middle. Line looking extremely stable. We got a Katusha strike coming over here to the back. Garrison network for Revenant looks totally fine. Just got to watch out for those any airhead play. If I was Legion, I'd probably think about dropping another one over here to the back. Probably the least likely spot for them having any radar coverage. Just to get Griazzani back there. All for a Griazzani type airhead, man. Haven't seen any successful precision strikes yet today. We did see a really good AT gun placement down here to the bottom left after Legion was able to sneak some bodies by. But it didn't matter. Revenant's armor was able to recover, and they brought up their armor for the capture on St. Mary's. But then Legion was able to strike back pretty quickly and come out ahead. 49 minutes left. Solar. Guns down one. Easel. Shoots one in the back. But able to make the call out. Niesel gets wiped himself. Mags, Animal going to continue moving through the complex here. Remember, if you're enjoying the stream, be sure to take a second and hit that like button real quick if you could, please. If you have any questions, go and drop them down below in chat, and I'll try to get back to you. Supply truck over here to the left side. We do have Commander who farted. I'm assuming Commander who farted. Who farted, I think is commanding for Leech. My assumption is. Anyways, supply truck gets handled over there. Nothing in the back line for either sides. Everything is on one straight line right here. Once again, this is all pretty much open field. Not much to happen there. You just got to dedicate a few bodies to hold it. Over here to the east, it's a little bit better, but yeah, all the actions around St. Mary's. Just trying to hold a little bit of ground that's possible. Supply truck gets taken care of by Kavartzi. Commander Red just over here on the border, making sure everything's okay. I kind of expecting Legion to try the Recon SL drop-off again. The Hojo's over there and the gunner seats. No airhead attempts, what I could see. Death Face Vader in this Panther. Katusha falling over here to the back left. Soviet commander, is it who farted? Oh, no, it's Tobias. Okay, it's not Tobias. It's not who farted. It's Tobias. And we have a Jeep over here by Griazani, going to attempt to get into the back line. Well, as soon as he gets closer, we'll jump on over for Griazani's joyride. See if he's able to make it through. I made the exact same route attempt a couple weeks ago on Kharkov. Got MG'd to smithereens as soon as I crossed around this area. We'll see if Grizzotti's able to make it, though. Renegade, French lover. It's holding this ground. I mean, both these groups are very, very similar. I can't imagine the KD difference is that great. Go see the Jeep action. There's Grizzani. Let's go follow his joyride real quick, see if he's able to make it on in. Oh, he's going way over here. He's going to try to climb. And, okay, he gets across. All right, this is the test. Can he sneak by, everybody? That is the question. Okay, he's going to start a little baby bobbing and weaving here to dodge some rounds. He's got 4 blueberries ahead of him, including 1 MG. Hey, here he goes. Can he sneak by? Ozone. Ozone. Oh, he's short. That's advantage on console. AT players can't be as precise. Oh, there. Damn, yep. That's exactly the same fate I suffered, Gudiazani. So I feel you, buddy. Yeah, I died out of bounds, too. Yeah, so luckily the vehicle, the Jeep exploded, so it didn't count against my limit. I would love to compare my route to his to see how close it was together. Ratio, Solar, Enemiscus. El Baron, 666. They do some repairs here. Six up top. Baron is not going to go that way. Got a Tiger, Panther, and I believe a P4 behind this building. Sure do. Revenant has the armor available. Front door. Nothing on the flanks whatsoever. Everything is committed to sector. They have a lot of pressure here, but can they break Legion? I'm kind of curious if Revenant's going to make the call for their tanks to get up closer to hardcap here. Follow Doc around for a little bit in the hard camp. Still, straight across the 6th line. OP, very good OP spread by Revenant. Legion 2, if we zoom in a little bit harder to tell, obviously, because of the colors blending in, but also very good by Legion. Precision strike coming over here to the back on the Panther that's providing some cap weight. Death face, Vader. Oh! Moat! By Tobias's B-strike. Legion gains full control back of the church. Track for Legion moved up there behind the hard camp. Grind still continues left side. We got a transport truck from Griazani. He's going to try again. But prep squad's right there. Griazani. Mateus fires a few warning shots. See if Griazani stops for inspection. Oh. Griazani, buddy. Not able to get back after the initial ride in the recon. Surprised they don't take another recon. Maho Joe, what's he? Come on, Maho Joe, offer your buddy a ride. Get him back there. We saw how powerful he was before. Another heavy coming up from mid HQ. Got a recon tank, maybe a Puma snuck over here to the back of church. Taku. Matthew. Matthew, trying to invoke some glazing, but I'm unsure at the moment. 35 minutes. Airhead called into St. Mary's. Revenant looking to commit more to the attack here. We do have one Raspberry JPL not that far away from the Airhead location. Oh, it's still got a long way. Okay, it was just launched. Yeah, this is one of those tough situations where you'll see blueberries in an area and thinking, oh, the Airhead location is secure, but then they get wiped one after another and suddenly it's not that safe. Not that safe at all. But we'll see. Looks good. Blueberries have been able to gain some ground on Church. Airhead is getting closer. Yep, not too far away. Now, how many bodies does Revenant have to pull? Not too many from out of sector. Pretty much the whole team is committed to the attack right now, trying to overwhelm the Legion defenders. Airhead land's going to be nice and safe. Legion has been pushed back to the other ring of houses, and the Axis are going to have full control over the hard cap, looking for perhaps the 4th capture of the game. $34 minutes left to go. Looking really good. Blueberries pushing on the left side of our screen, going towards those houses, capturing one after another. Oh yeah, this is gonna flip. This is gonna flip. This is looking really good. We got the Airhead right there, plenty of spawns nearby. And we're looking at our 4th capture of the game. And let's look at the reset for Legion this time. There we go. See the OPs? Placed. Queen, Sugar, boom, boom, boom. There we go. Most of them got up. Queen, I think, just died right before he about to place it. But Legion still has their tanks over here. And they haven't lost too much ground. They just got forced out of the hard cap, but we've seen them get back in there before. Very good game between these two teams. Bitter Spring is the 4th point for the Soviets. Commander Tobias, look at get those garrisons back up there. French lover. Cap C holding the building. In the left side. Jean Romanov. Jean. Cap C. Mate goes off. Gonna peek the corner. Jean. Jean. Oh, Cap C wins the frag. Okay. Revenant begins slowly pushing up there, but not, once again, just a lot of... Be tough to push forward to Bitter Spring unless Legion, for some whatever reason, totally abandons that side. One Tiger over here to the hard cap. This will be Vader and Deathface. Matthew. Here he goes again. One up against Small Cock 7 here in a moment. Tundra, Shadow, Bucks. Take some hits for the barbed wire in the crotch. Oof! Ooh, another tear. Third tear. Oh, Matthew. Holding. He's a squad leader, members. He does have to deal with a whole bunch of comms right now. Going to attempt to push through trenches. Crystal Castles. Rev. Smoked by the PPSH. But still a long way in the trenches. That's why you do see mainly a holding action. Do have a Luke's over here. Solo Luke's. T-70 to the back. Luke's gets dealt with. And there's not really a full defensive. I mean, the teams aren't having people roam about over here into the backline. For those of you wondering on stream, maybe confused. It's just a few people back here watching for airheads and to make sure nothing else sneaks by. Toby Jones getting a nice stroll through the open field. Got another squad lead up here as well. Shadow. Ready to report back into command chat. Silver nuke. May have jammed it here a little bit. Revenant able to gain a lot more ground than they were last time. Able to come up here through this next level, next layer of buildings. Getting closer, but Legion still has a good hold. Remember, there's this open patch of ground right here, and Legion still controls this set of buildings. They got armor and support as well to offer HE at a moment's notice. Randy Bobandy. Zao. Now pulls out the bazooka. No! Oh, the panic shovel swing. Oh, the panic shovel swing. I mean, before I played on console, I never knew really why that happened, but now, after playing, I totally get it, man. You accidentally go, oh shit, you smash the R3, L3 button. Yep. Totally get ya. The panic shovel swing. Too good. Got a half-track place down here, too, for Revenant. Ooh, nice satchel down below. Clears this building area. Can Revenant get over? They could clear out this part that is so big. No doubt they're committing 90% of their team towards this area. They got a few. Actually, hold on. We got some that have been able to sneak up. Matthias, able to get far up here, but okay, picked off. Did he get his OP up by chance? He did. Perhaps OP makes it up to the building complex. Renegade and these other couple squad leads will begin to look out over here. Just take a look at the poll so far. Preferred stream delay option. Okay, 30 minutes, still winning. The main debate is down to 15 minutes versus 30 minutes. That's the big thing. It depends how risk averse you want to be when it comes to. There's so much, but if you go with the 15-minute option, I'm going to put up an example. Actually, I have a example I want to go through that I'll create through my Only Map series, showing some transition periods from every 15 minutes of what that would look like if you were to stream snipe. "24 minutes left to go. Little bit of pressure here on Bitter Spring, but it's just literally just one OP. Legion will be talking about that in command chat, because if these people can win their frags, then obviously a little issue becomes a big issue. But they do got the garrisons over here at OP. They got this garrison, that garrison, so I don't doubt their ability to get sector pressure back. Let's see how many bodies Legion brought. Okay, literally just enough. Nice job. Nice. Very nice. Now they just got to make their way up to the building, and they should be okay. And we got the T-70 circling back. Anti-tank Frank. Sonny. Corporal Gray. Point is cleaned up. That will settle that. Bombing run coming in here to the north from RVNT. Looking to just get that extra bump to clear this complex so they can finally start boxing out Legion. Very nice bombing run by Commander Red. Very good spot. Right on the border of the line, and that's where usually you have the best effect is when it's as close to your own troops as possible. Because then your blueberries know that they can push up and gain that ground. Resources-wise, 1,020 fuel, 510, 519 manpower, and 530 munitions at the moment. Now, Commander Red does have an option for an airhead for himself. It would probably be over here to the northeast if he wanted to leak anybody back, but I don't know. Legion looking light over here on the east. Dog Squad could sneak through a Cap C. No doubt Cap C would... or Cap C and Co. over there are enjoying a nice new view since they're looking at before. Oh, smokes him with the PPSH. Oh, man. Do a little bit of left lean, right lean. RVNT not quite yet able to gain this ground yet. They're trying. Legion holding on, though. Queen Squad trying to sneak through. Matthew has made his way past. Be a very nice OP. Billy spread. Yep. Look at Matthew. Gonna be laying down. Very key OP spot right here. Could be able to leak some bodies down to the south. Wrap up the front door of Legion. COP. Now, the big thing from Revenant's side, they gotta make the call to flood this. I would send every extra body to George as soon as possible, and they're not gonna get a garrison up here. I don't think that'll work out, but you can prioritize just, hey, push south, wrap up the front line at LGN, and we can all push up together. And it buys us a whole bunch of extra breathing room in the final 18 minutes. Do have a supply truck going by, but it's going to be harmless to Matthew. Just one, just text. Oh, come on, Lee Revenant. Come on, buddies. Like to see more. Like to see more. Yeah, we should see that filled. Legion begins to push forward here. slightly overwhelming the defenders, getting some key frags. So it's very close. More blueberries come in and they begin to push south. Notice that for you new players out there, they don't rush towards Bitter Spring and try to do some hokey pokey. They go south and try to wrap the front line. That's what you got to do. Very nice. Katusha strike falling to the southwest. Trojan has snuck through with the AT loadout. Vader death base. Satchel is placed on the left side. Trojan sneaks through. Oh, gets gunned down. Death face. Gonna be looking for it. Gonna be looking for it. Finds it. Remember that Katusha is fallen. Oh, they got
fucking thick ass dick fucking barrel.
IS-1 gets satcheled. The backline OP still up. Matthew shifts it somewhat north. E70. Trying to splash and hold back the Revenant infantry. We got a POV of Benito. Oof! Takes a shot in the hip. Jean. Benito. Oh. Jean. Panzer IV coming over here to the east side to help support. 2 half-tracks now in place. Remember, spawning 2 half-tracks does limit your total tanks because it goes against the vehicle limit. Remember that. Now, until the new update is added where you have the additional vehicle count, right now you can do 1 less P4. I mean, I personally only go for 1 half-track because I mean, at least our tankers for my PC team use a whole bunch of extra tanks, and so I like to just limit it to 1 half-track. Nailed him. It's the outpost as well. Okay, so Lincoln clears the trenches. No backline shenanigans for Legion. They have been totally shut out. LGN does not have the Griazani magic this game. Revenant. Although, I mean, if Revenant didn't cap, Griazani, in theory, I think would still be back there. Potentially. It's hard to say. But anyways, they have not allowed him to get back there anymore. 10 minutes left to go, everybody. We have seen a great 4 capture matchup today between these two sides. It looks like Revenant has just maybe, gained the upper hand. But however, against these Div 1 matchups, you never know what these other teams have up their sleeve for the final moments. The final 20 minutes is usually full of just a lot of unknowns. I've seen some wild match endings. Nice half-track placed against the destroyed half-track. Very nice. Got a little bit of in the ditch there in the snow. Tigers for the Axis, playing conservative here. Knowing that the time, not much time left. They could just stay alive and help anchor the hard cap. They'll be all good to go. Legion should have one more peace strike ready. Nice satchel, clears the area. Maryland, Midwest coming. I'm back. One of the last IS-1s that the Soviets will have. Tanks begin to gather on front door. You have 2 mediums, a light and a heavy. Ready to go. Don't think they're going to have a second heavy. Doesn't look that way. Yep. Okay. Let's see what they can do with this. This looks like it's going to be the last Soviet push. Remember, we got those 2 Tigers for the Axis up there to the north. One behind the church, then one behind the building to the rears. Here we go. Let's see how Legion plays this. Ten. Oh, 1 Tiger was destroyed here behind this building. That could have been before, though. Let's go take a look, see if the 2 Tigers are still alive. 1 Tiger down below. And we have, okay, yeah, 2 Tigers for the Axis. And remember, if they lose this Tiger, probably not going to be able to get one up again in time to help prevent another capture from Legion. Legion dedicating a whole bunch of bodies to the hard cap here. Tank has been marked. Airhead fallen. Commander Tobias placing it right behind the building. Nice and safe. IS-1 slowly making its way forward. Now, usually, I think I see the T-34 push forward to try to bait the Tigers out, but IS-1's going here. Inching up towards the hard cap. We got a T-72. Full tank onslaught here. It's going to force the Tigers to try to traverse to the other side of the church. In order to alleviate some of that cap weight, if the infantry can't get over there. Revenant coming in from the other side of the road, trying to push across and disrupt the Legion attack. 234 making its way in, inside the circle. T-70 inside the circle. IS-1 inside the... no. 2 tanks inside the circle. 234 gets clapped over there to the left side. 6 minutes left. Bombing run on its way. Bombing run coming through. It's going to get a few. Going to track that T-34 down below. Going to prevent them from going into the 4th gear. Down to 1st. Tank's been marked. Tigers still behind the church, trying to provide some cap weight. Trying to let the infantry do the work while they just provide some cap. We have a sort of a tank stalemate at the moment. Infantry trying to help settle the score. Map situation. 1 OP from Love Squad. Griazani ready to launch into Lumberyard should they cap St. Mary's for a quick 4th point strike to keep Revenant off balance. But first, the Soviets got a cap. 1 rocket into the T-70. Ozone lines up for number 2, maybe. Ozone. Ozone fires, knocks it out. Nice shot by Ozone from the church. Beautiful. Meanwhile, we see a SBA get wiped. Revenant keeping their tanks here behind the church. Not risking it. They don't have to. It's up to Legion has to cap. Revenant doesn't have to cap. Legion does. Revenant trying to force the Legion armor to make a play and put them in a perilous situation. .420 left to go. Ten. Katusha falling over to the back. We know how ineffective the Katusha can be. Airhead falling behind St. Mary's. Once again, Tigers just in a safe spot. Gonna protect that airhead. Allow for a defensive spawn. Everything is around the hard cap. Griazani begins to shift forward, maybe to lock out that half track. Legion has a bunch of bodies here. Is it enough, though? It's a very confusing situation. Satchel goes off. We have 1 T-34 left. IS-1 goes down. Looking really good for Revenant. Now they just have to hold off the infantry. Another T-34 brought up by Legion. Albion comes inside. Bed. Takes care of him. Legion bringing more bodies to the hard cap. Everything is around the circle. Look at that. That's exactly what you want to see, though. You want to see the full team committed. The flanks haven't worked out. Although Legion does have a decent chunk of spawns coming over there from the east side. I don't think they're going to have enough time, though, to make an impact. They got to run across all that open field and then try to get some satchels or AT rockets on the tanks. T-70 diving, T-34 making its way into the circle. T-70 crashes up against the wall. Oh, solar happens to be in the perfect place at the perfect time. Satchel not placed. T-70 about to take another rocket, I think. Mahojo. Rocket lines up from Ozone, and he gets himself another one. Ozone with 2 T-70 takedowns. Very nice. And there we have it, everybody. Revenants will come away with a 3-2 victory here on Kharkov St. Mary's over LGN after a very nice 4-capture matchup back and forth between these two sides. Everything was thrown at the middle. A Revenant able to call upon their infantry with rockets, satchels to help take down the Soviet tank advance. Meanwhile, the armor holding tight, not taking the bait, providing solid 6-person circle cap weight here in the final moments to allow infantry to just push forward and do their worst, leading to an Axis victory. Alrighty, well, thank you for joining me today, everybody. Once again, congratulations to Revenant for taking home this fat W for this week 1 of a TPL. Very nice game. Very nice game. 4 captures. Not too shabby at all. If you enjoyed the stream, be sure to hit that like button real quick if you could, please. Later tonight, we'll have a Vietnam scrim going on. I don't know the map. I can't remember the maps at the maps selection so far, but I'll remember them here shortly. Or I'll remember them. Give me a few weeks, I'll get them all down. But we'll be a console scrim for Vietnam, and we'll see what all happens there. Everybody's going to have a mic. Everybody's going to be talking. And we'll see who comes out ahead, the MVA or the US of A. It'll be happening tonight at around, it should start at 8:15 to 8:30 p.m. Eastern, depending on when everybody gets in, and make sure the game's running smoothly, server performance, all that kind of good stuff. We shall see. Okay. Alrighty, buddy. Well, thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time. Have a good one, buddies.